Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Listen, today I've gone back in time. I'm not at this age right now, no. I'm 10 again. Yeah, today I'm 10 again. Why? Just a disclaimer. If there's ever going to be a video, I think at this sort of time, where you're going to find me in a very positive mood and talking very positively and optimistic, it's tonight. Because I'm going to tie all this in with tomorrow's game. Yeah? Hold this thought. I've just come back. This is going to sound mad. I've just come back and I've seen S Club live. Yeah? So 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old me right now is going absolutely mental. Yeah? And there's a bunch of other late 20s, early 30s, all just trying to just relive their childhoods. I've just come back from that. Not just that, yeah? But what has gone on with the scores today? It's like we've gone back to the time when S Club were in the charts and they were number one, and we remember those times, yeah? Do you remember? If you're old enough. But when S Club were in their prime, yeah? And Man City were a relegation team and they'd lose to a team like Bournemouth like it happened today. Or Arsenal would slip up to a Newcastle. They just would, because that would happen, right? We've gone back in time today. So I need this to continue. Liverpool were that team that would get that result just about, but they weren't that special, you know, and they struggled today against Brighton. They just about got it over the line at home. That's the sort of result that would happen back in the day when Liverpool were that UEFA Cup team. We remember, yeah? Gerard Houllier stepped forward, we remember. Yeah, man, that was a great time. And that was also a time when Chelsea decided to take Man United's spot and become the number one team in the country and telling Sir Alex and United, listen, there's a new boy in town, yeah? Pipe down, because Chelsea and Jose have stepped up. So relax, because we're taking your spot. Can we do that tomorrow, please? Yeah? I need this trend to continue. Firstly, shout out S Club. Because that was an incredible thing tonight. Yeah, I've honestly, you are seeing 8-year-old me very happy tonight. Yeah, so this is why I said I'm in a very positive mood. Some fantastic atmosphere and songs that were played today. Yeah, us as kids we used to love. But all the results were coming in as I was there, and I was like, this is amazing. I'm having the time of my life. This is brilliant. Chelsea have not won at Old Trafford in 11 years. 10 years, 11, I think it's 11 years. We've not won there since Juan Mata. Yeah? I need the trend to continue that we've had today of us going back to 2003. That would be great. Yeah? And I would like for Chelsea to rock up to Old Trafford tomorrow and get the job done. Because if we do, guess what happens? We go third. So I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna. Tomorrow's a must win. Simple as that. But you know what? We can do it. I told you today you're getting a very ultra positive video because I'm in that mood. Yeah, I'm feeling flipping fantastic, and I'm keeping this wristband that we were given to go in. This is a souvenir. I'm gonna remember this. Chelsea, you can make this even more special for me. Yeah, if Chelsea beat United tomorrow and we end this 11-year drought, oh boy, this is going up in a frame for today's historic day and tomorrow's historic day, a historic weekend. It would be phenomenal. So if Chelsea can please beat Manchester United tomorrow, even after their change of manager, that would be brilliant. Third, because what is going on in the league? Liverpool just about got over the line. Man City crumbled hard. I've not seen any of the goals or anything. I'm going to go back and see everything. Arsenal, they crumbled. Nottingham Forest are third after 10 games. this is where we are. Brighton could have been up in that as well if they'd beaten Liverpool, but Liverpool came back into it. Chelsea have a chance to go third and end up 3 points behind City and 5 behind Liverpool. To get to that point after 10 games, that we're basically a third of the way through the season, and we'd be sitting in third, 3 points behind City, in the mix at the very top, you'll be hearing very good things from me. But tomorrow means a lot. And you know why? Because it kind of goes back to the Liverpool game, but this has extra impotence on it. If we go to Old Trafford, we end this drought and we beat them, right? Which we can. We can. I'll get to that in a bit. But if we beat them, the confidence, the boost, the fact we are third at that point, we'd be ahead of Arsenal. Psychologically, it changes everything. For this squad, for the players, for the manager, for everything. Because this was a run of games that we were looking at and going, yo, this is going to be tough. But if we get, a loss against Liverpool, but we beat Newcastle, we got knocked out in the cup, but if we beat United, and then it's a great time to play Arsenal, we got Noah, and then we got to play Arsenal, great time to play them, we can get a result against it. Listen, this could set the tone, like I was saying at the beginning of this run, this could set the tone for the season. So tomorrow means a lot. And I want to say something, yeah? Because there are some Chelsea fans, right, that are saying, oh look, Newcastle beat Arsenal. See, so when we lost to Newcastle, it wasn't so bad. No, I'm not taking that route. And I'm warning you, do not take that route. Don't take that route. Why? We're not Arsenal. We're not Arsenal. We're Chelsea. We don't do that. That's Arsenal. They do that. They're the sort of, you'd find Arsenal fans that would be like, oh, it's not so bad. No. I like to operate under pressure. I like to put a little bit of pressure. This is honestly, I'm going to be completely transparent with you. Yeah, this is why sometimes I say the things that I say. I feel it's best to apply some pressure. You put some pressure, what happens? We act. And yeah, mistakes can happen, but pressure is what creates. It gets you at the best of your ability. It's what brings success. It's how you grow. It's how you develop. You do that under pressure. If there's no pressure, you don't grow. We've always been that team before this ownership came in. So this is why I feel like it's extra important. But before that, we were that team that were able to deal with pressure in the most pressurizing circumstances. In a time where Chelsea have to deliver, we got to get it over the line. We get it over the line. We were that team that were called boring and everyone hated us, but they hated us because we won and because we were successful and because no one could stop us. But they hated the way that we played and they couldn't do anything about it. Arsenal are trying to replicate the same thing, but they don't win. And then they're the sort of ones that will go, no, but it's all right. It's not the end of the world. No, we've not been like that. And I don't want us to be like that. And I understand we played our so-called B team, but cool. It's still Chelsea. So pressure. If it's not good enough, it's not good enough. Say it. Say it. Because you set the level, you set the tone. And then everyone has to get up to that level. And that's where I feel like you get the best out of the team. That's how we operate. One thing will remain. Chelsea will always be the biggest club in London. We ain't coming second. And that's the mentality to have. You have to have that. So this is why I'm saying, going into tomorrow, Man United, Old Trafford, we got to go to there, we got to beat them, we got to take 3 points, we got to go third, and we got to set the tone for the season and realise that we have to accomplish what we set out to do this year. There is no if, buts or maybes. Top 4 has to be done. Conference League has to be won. Next season, we are in a title race and no one's going to stop us. That's the mentality we need to have. And that's what we need to persevere with. Because if we don't do that, even as fans, and if we start accepting, oh no, it's all right, that's not so bad. You know what happens? You end up in a mix of something without any sort of output or any sort of result. Arsenal have been in a title race for how long? Have they ever won it or even looked like they've been close to winning it towards the end? They always fumble, they always stumble, they always bottle. I don't want that to be us. Because like Patrice Evra Patrice Evra said this a couple of days ago. I'm not trying to disrespect Arsenal and whatnot. I'm just stating the fact here, yeah? So it is what it is. Patrice Evra, a couple of days ago, what did he say? He said Arsenal are like Netflix. You're always waiting for next season. He's not wrong. That can't be Chelsea. We don't operate that way. When we're in the mix, we're here to win it. End of story. And more times than not, we do win it. So if we're starting to get ourselves back up to a level after 2 years of horrific result, right? That's completely unacceptable. If we're now starting to get back to that standard that we've been so desperate to get back to, if we're starting to get back into that mix, then we got to start thinking like big boys again, yeah? And it's got to be done now. So tomorrow, Man United, we're going to go to Old Trafford. We're coming to get 3 points. Are we not, Chelsea? We're coming to get 3 points. We're going to get 3 points. We're leaving with 3 points. There is no if, buts or maybes with that. There is no alternative option. We're taking 3 points. Are we going to do that? Let's do it. Let's do it. I need United to be scared tomorrow. I need them to go, man, you know what? These lot are serious. That has to be done. Set the tone. We can do it. There is enough talent in this team, I reckon. Well, at least the A team. To get the job done. Against this United team, we can beat them. 11 years is a long time. We have to change this. And like I said, why I'm adding so much importance on it is because I honestly believe this result can set the tone for the season. This could be a game changer. Like the game changer. Where we would have beaten Newcastle and Man United in the league. We're third, 3 points behind City, and we're a third way through the season. Brilliant. And Arsenal to play next. Let's do it. Let's do it. Please, let's do it. So, that's how it's set. That's how it's standing at the moment. That's how it's looking. What 11 do we play? I think it's self-explanatory if I'm being completely honest. Maresca said once again. It's still clean. The list is clean. There is no rehabilitation list. It's on the shelf with nothing on it. Come on. So let's get into the starting 11. Who would I pick? Well, let's get into it. Right. Basically, that. Sanchez in goal. It's got to be. No blunders tomorrow, please. Please, listen. Him and the defence. I would, if I could speak to them, yeah? Don't overcomplicate the situation, please. And this is to Maresca as well, because if he's instructing them to do this sort of thing, don't overcomplicate the situation. If there's one thing we learned in midweek, is that United are going to try and press ultra hard, yeah? And we tend to make mistakes when teams do that, because we allow ourselves too much time, we waste a lot of time, we don't make a decision quick enough, then we fumble, make a mistake, give the ball away, we concede. We cannot have that. I'm not accepting it. Cannot happen. If you got to get rid, get rid. If there's an option, act fast. Be decisive. Be quick. Don't linger. Get a move on. Intensity. Urgency. And that applies to Sanchez, the two centre-backs, and Lavia, in this case, the midfield, as well as the full-backs, kind of, depending how far forward or how far back they are. But you get the gist. This is what I will go with. James, Cucurella on the left, those two centre-backs, Colwell, Fofana. There's not much else option that we can really turn to if we're being completely honest. That's probably our best back four. They all have to be on it. So that's that. Lavia, Caicedo, without question. No Enzo. As Maresca said in the press conference, balance, cool, balance. I absolutely agree. So hopefully we get to see some good performances from them. Palmer just ahead of him. Absolutely, without question. And I hope that he has enough, I want to say not just support, but enough leverage from everyone else in order for him to operate freely and not have too much focus on him because other players are doing their jobs, which is not what we did against Liverpool. So that's got to happen tomorrow. On the wings, I would go, Sancho is out. He's ill, but he can't play anyway because he's on loan. Even though it's an obligation to buy, but he's currently on loan, so he's not eligible to play against United. So Sancho's out. In this case, Neto on the left, without question. Madueke on the right. Direct. Cool. Let's take the game to United. And up front, Jackson, it would be nice. You see, now I'm not going to put too much pressure on him, as in like, oh, you must score. I was saying that before. He has scored. In fact, twice in a row. And international duty as well for Senegal. Tomorrow would be nice. If he does score against United, that's fantastic. I'll be singing his praises tomorrow. If he does score tomorrow, fantastic, mate. Please do it. But I hope he does it. I'm not going to say, you must score. No, because you're not going to score every game. That's logical. This is where we have to be fair. So tomorrow, I hope he scores. That would be the best thing for him. If he gets a goal tomorrow, that'd be fantastic. So, overall, that's the team that I think would get the job done. I hope that's the case. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know down in the comments. But that is my starting 11. And, as I tell you guys too, hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Right there. Ding dong. Do the thing. And hit the follow on the socials. Insta, right here. Twitter is next. Links in the description. Make sure you're following. Much appreciated. I'm very active on those. Also, if you do want to see any of the S Club antics, go onto Instagram. You'll see it there. And prediction. I got to be honest. I'm going to compromise a little bit because I'm feeling very good tonight. I am feeling very positive. For those that do want a very positive Younes, well, tonight's United. You're getting one. United are going to be difficult. I'm not going to lie. My brain honestly tells me tomorrow will be 2-2 or 1-1. We always draw at Old Trafford. But I want to flip it. Just for the sake of flipping it and because I feel good tonight. United 1. I don't want to be too cocky. I'm going to say United 1, Chelsea 2. I want to say 3. I want to say 3, but I'm not going to. United 1, Chelsea 2 is my prediction. Let's go to Old Trafford and let's pick up 3 points. It's there waiting for us. So let's pick it up and take it home. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow for the post-match review. It's going to be a good one. Make sure you're here. Well, I hope if we win. I'll see you tomorrow in a bit. Take care and peace.